Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be back with another half-pound world coin grab bag search. I'm really excited to see the coins inside because recently we've gotten some super cool stuff, whether it's older coins, silver coins, coins I don't have in my collection or haven't seen before. It's always exciting, so going to pour these out. We have a brief message from our sponsor, MA Shops, and then we'll get right into the video. Before we get into this grab bag, I want to thank MA Shops for sponsoring this video. Their online marketplace, mashops.com, has a great selection of ancient US and world coins, paper money, stamps, and more. They've got a really good reputation, easy to use site, and they work with trusted dealers, so it would be a mistake to not head on over there and be aware of this awesome source for coins. Hopefully you can find something for your collection there, and with that being said, thanks to them again for sponsoring it, and let's get into the grab bag. And let's get started with today's hunt. We're going to start with this older coin, 1891, which is a great date, just over 130 years old at this point, and this one is Queen Victoria. She doesn't have a crown on, and it's 1/240th of a British pound, and it's really cool to see. I'm sure we'll have some post-decimal or some decimal coins where it's base 100, but this would have needed 240 to make a British pound, which was a very strong currency at the time. After that, we'll have this one, which looks like 1965 here. I honestly have never seen this design before, but it's going to be a Peruvian coin, 1 Sol de Oro. Does not look to be any precious metal, but cool to have some South American coins. We had a fun South American coin search quite recently as well. And then here is a halfpenny from 1964, so still on that base 240, but I noticed like right here, and I try to get these out of the way just because they're relatively similar and they show up in a fair amount of our hunts. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's tons of them, but I'm sure I'm missing one. So here's another halfpenny, and then right here is some new pence, but these are 1/100th, whereas this is like 1/480th. So there's actually like 4.8 times more spending value in this coin versus this coin, which not a lot of people realize, and they made that transition, I think, just to align better with the world and how they were doing currency. This one's cool, 1942, minted in Santiago, 1 peso from Chile, with Bernardo O'Higgins, who was important in their formation as a nation. Here, I've never seen this coin, 5 Nandu from Uruguay. Wow. So, or maybe it's just 5 pesos, and then Nandu is something totally different, but really cool. And after that, I'm noticing a fair amount of these like colonial coins. So you have an Australia penny, also on the decimal. Okay, this is not colonial, this is just Seychelles, which is in Africa, 1948, 5 cents. That's extremely cool, and I think a really neat find. And then a better condition Australian halfpenny from 1953. But the Australian pound, I don't know actually what the exchange rate was between those two, the Great British Pound and the Australian pound, but I think that it was pretty close. Right here we have a Suomen, that's going to be Tasvalta, a Finnish 1 marka coin. So neat design, sort of interesting, like little grass on that coin. Maybe I'm wrong as to what that is. Then we have a Hungary 20 forint from 1985, a Hong Kong 1951 coin, looks like 50 cents, so I see less of the higher denomination. Of course, a penny and a shilling, which 20 of these would make 1 pound. So this was, 12 pence or 24 half pennies, if you think about the coins that we've observed so far. And then I'll try to get, some of the similar coins done at the same time. Here's a 1958 3 pence, which was like, should be 1/4 of a shilling. So definitely cool on that front. Here's another example of an interesting currency. We've got lots of 5, 10, and 20 centime coin from France, and then the old franc, which I think was pre-1960. These 10 francs, there was a lot of inflation, and so they took 2 zeros off the currency. This became a 10 centime coin, and they circulated, but it's not like this, when they exchanged to euros, it was like 6.5 francs per euro. But this would have been like 10 centimes, so it would have hardly had any spending value. So just something good to clear up. After that, we've got a 5 peseta coin from Spain, also one with a fair amount of inflation, and it says 1984 there, but you can, we'll try to find the star. I'm not actually seeing the star, so maybe it is just a regular 1984 5 peseta coin from Spain. And then it looks like we've got some of these from Germany, 1930 and 1931. Those are early. Reichspfennig. So, after the hyperinflation, this was sort of the small circulating coinage in Germany, and definitely quite interesting when Hindenburg was president there. And wow, so you have a Turkish 5 kurush, so World War II era, and then this very cool looking 1 sen with some nice remaining luster on it. It's definitely circulated, but a really cool find. This could be older. My guess is it's like from 1880 or so, but a great historic find into this hunt. Looks like we've got some more cool coins, including that, which I want to get to in a little bit. But we've got a 1 yen low circulating currency in Japan. We've got a 10 cents coin here from the Bahamas with a really nifty rim, which is fun. And then 2 more coins from Peru. This is a more recognizable design. We've got a half sol de oro and a 25 centavos coin, which is, I always like how they have the flowers on their currency. Now, one of our larger finds here looks like it's a 20 race coin, 1883, from Portugal, and a very interesting, it says D. Lutz 1, so probably, I don't know who that is, but a sort of older and solid portrait of that ruler from Portugal, 20 race again. So that's also a denomination we see in Brazil, but great larger 19th century copper find. And then right here we'll have another penny, but more importantly, a Netherlands 1964 25 cents. That's complemented by what look like some Central American coins, 1976 Guatemala with Bartolome de las Casas, who I believe wrote about, he was in the 1500s, wrote about some of the bad treatment that the natives were receiving, and we see the guns in their, rifles in their sort of crest and arms. And then Nicaragua here has that 1 Cordoba, but they've got sort of the more triangular design. We've got a 2 rubles coin from Russia, 2007, so a bit more modern. And then this is a really cool contrast. So in terms of thinking about inflation, here we've got 50 centimes, very worn, from 1899 in France. Here we've got a half franc from 1987, and same design on the front, not the same, or actually no, basically the same design on the back as well, but over a really long time removed. And this 50 centimes, again, would at this point be worth half of a centime according to this franc, but nobody would want to trade it, obviously, because it was silver. There's that precious metals edge on it. And then 50 centavos, Brazil, they had a lot of different monetary reformation. 1923 half penny from Great Britain. This one looks really cool. Looks like some World War II era, 1943 5 cents from the Netherlands. I can't tell if those are horses or like axes or what it is, but just very, very interesting coinage, like super World War II-y. And it looks like we've got some great silver here. 1941 3 pence. Is that 3 or 6 pence? 6 pence. From Great Britain. 50% silver coin. Not a super valuable one, but definitely interesting from a historical perspective. We've got a peseta coin, 1944. 1 peseta, also in the World War II time frame. Let's see what else we've got here. This is a 2 pfennig from before that, 1876. Wow, so that's a much earlier 2 pfennig. Really cool, and their mint there is going to be the Berlin one, but this one also has a little bit of shine left on it. This one is really cool. I think it's going to be Nikolai II, half kopeck from 1909. That actually could be significant. I'm not sure if there's tons of added value, but definitely a better, smaller coin. And then what is this? So it's from the H Mint. It's going to be, 1876. I don't think that that's silver. I was thinking that it was, but I believe that's just a copper nickel find, which is okay. Obviously, more silver is always better, but you can't have everything. 1916 World War I Netherlands 1 cent coin there. And then we'll close things out with a CCCP Soviet Union 1 kopeck from 1988, just before the fall. And then lastly, this Netherlands East Indies, or Netherlands Indies quarter golden 1942 S, minted in San Francisco, which is a cool reminder of what was going on in World War II, from the sense that America was helping out its allies quite a bit. But great hunt. No crazy coins from my perspective, but a lot of really fun ones. Some better, larger copper, older stuff. I really like that Japanese 1 cent coin. Let me find it over here. It's actually, I've got it right in front of me. There we go. So very fun hunt, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys back soon with the next episode. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.